So what's good? This is Order of Opinion, and today we're fucking stepping into a shady pizza place where you get shot or raped, put a quarter in, and play some Thor Ragnarok. That's what this fucking movie was. It was an 80s video game. It was a pizza place video game. I half expected like 8 people to be sitting around it with cigarettes. But it was a fucking great video game, I'll tell you what. Oh no, it was great. It was wonderful, and it had the music of any 80s inspired dream you could ever imagine. The hell was that? Aliens. The Bifrost? You know what I was watching today? Fuck the show. You know what I was watching today? I was watching Bizarre Foods. With that fat alien? Yeah, they found some homeless egg on the street. He would have made like a good cast as Mr. Penguin in the 50s. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the type of homeless dude where he's around a bunch of other homeless dudes with AIDS. And they're sharing a meal, and he wears a monocle as he eats whatever fucking dirty filth he can put in his fucking mouth. He's like, back to the sewers! And, like, that's what it was. Like, they picked up this homeless dude in Minnesota shooting heroin. Was he a drug addict? Yeah. I feel like he said he was. He's the type of homeless guy that, like, reads while he's asking for money. Like, he's like, the only thing I could keep was my reading glasses. He's like, it was on the streets where I first learned to poach an egg. Never since then I've fallen in love with the art form. That's what I'm saying, because, like, probably in his life, he was, like, his source of protein was moldy, ironed grilled cheese and another homeless man's ass. Or semen. Like, that was his protein. Oh. So he's like, yeah, sure, maggots from the turd of a wild Spanish rat. Sounds delicious. Sounds exotic. And he'll, like, explain it, too. Like, he'd be like, it's a little sewery, a little buttholey, but I like the texture. He's like, this one reminds me of the streets of Detroit. It's been a couple years there on a heroin binge. Yeah, exactly. And one of the episode I was watching, the shit he was about to eat was infected corn mold, which they called raven poop by the Aztecs. It was a disease on the corn that they turned into a delicacy. So now, like in Mexico turns or whatever the way of life that they live. The mold disease, because it is a fucking disease. Yeah, it's like is more expensive than the corn. Well, yeah, that's just the way things go. If you have something really fucking gross and say that it's the shit, people are just gonna buy it. The fact that Aztecs, Mexicans, or mostly Mexicans, the Chicano race. I think they were just. I'm sort of scared that you turn a disease into a delicacy. Well, it's part of their religion. It looked like a dead bird in an oil spill in the ocean. That's gross. That like a homeless man shit on. I'm glad we live Which was the dude from Bizarre Foods. He's like, I could shit with my monocle on. I'm just glad that we my contract. That we live in America where the most bizarre foods people eat are homeless people. Well, yeah, and then when he's not like doing tribal like outlandish shit, he's like going to some dude's house who's like trying to create their own ecosystem out of raccoon shit and. You're like, yeah, we just kill raccoons. We drink ourselves some Bloody Marys. It's just like congealed blood and organs in the glass. He's like in Italy, and he's like, I know there's a bunch of salami around me, but we're going to go to the one butcher that uses rotten meat to make his salami. And also, yeah, exactly. That's what his show also shows also that. That was retarded what I just said. That's what his show shows also is how grimy foreign flea markets are. Oh, God. It's like, bro, if I was in one of those foreign markets, I'd have a fucking panic attack. Dude, and they're like, I saw one, he was in like, it was some butt-fuck country with a lot of sand. And he was in a fucking bazaar, and the dude was just like, oh yeah, this is a plate of grilled who knows what. And he's like, he won't tell you what it is, you just buy it from him. Like, or in their markets, they'll have fucking basically superheroes. Dudes are like, yeah, I'm going to fry my turd in an octopus in one fry ball, and I'm going to stick my whole fucking hand in there in 500-degree Fahrenheit. It's like, watch me flip the onion rings with my fingers. Yeah. Then I'll smile, I'll show you my gingivitis. That's what makes it a delicacy. I made a rupee today. Gross. Oh, God. Did you hear about that shooting today? Yeah, that was crazy. Like, some dude like from the Air Force was like, you know what? You know how much PTSD you get from sitting down? I'm going to shoot this whole fucking church up. He could have been a drone guy. He's like, that's what I was saying. I just blow people up. I'm just sitting down and flying drones too long. You know how much that catches up to, and you're flying drones and killing brown people.
He's like, all my friends talk about me not having real action, so I made some for myself. Oh, that was wrong.
And he joins the terrible dad group in the fucking, like, whatever celebrity role he just made up. I guess there is a celebrity world. Ex-military guys shooting up things.
Yeah, it seems to be
Should be a category of femininity.
Happens every couple years.
Well, because you know what happened to him, right? You know the story?
I don't know the story.
All right, so he got arrested like a year ago or something like that. Or no, he served a year like a couple years ago or something because he beat his wife and his kid.
Well, that's not nice.
So he's just a terrible fucking dad. And speaking of terrible dads, that's what we're talking about today. Odin and Odin's son.
The Odin son.
Thor Ragnarok. What'd you give it, bro?
I gave it an 8.7, which for me ties it with Winter Soldier. I think that's a fair comparison.
I gave it an 8.8. Here's how I feel about it. Now knowing the fact that Thor Ragnarok is 85% improv, not only is like that impressive, it makes it more authentic, more funnier, and just overall in general like more retarded, which is what we want.
Exactly, yeah.
We want more retarded.
And knowing that fact, it's really hard to guess which scenes are improv, except for that one where he talks about the snake and Loki stabbing him is completely improv. But everything else, you're almost hard-pressed to figure it out, which is great.
That's brilliant. I like snakes, but not Loki's snake.
He's like, one time I grabbed his snake and he transformed back into Loki and he stuck it in my mouth. Loki's like, yeah, that was a good one.
Bro, what is up with Loki? Why does he look like Edward Scissorhands? Fucking Skrillex and Burton's wife had a threesome.
Oh God!
And imagine who would be the dicks or vaginas in that one. It would just be like powdery and like smeared mascara.
I think Skrillex doesn't have a dick or a vagina. He's just ambiguous in the corner. He's like, this is real art.
Yeah, because he's a fucking cartoon. Everything's a fucking cartoon in this movie, and that's what I like about it. Hulk is officially a cartoon.
Yeah, they made Hulk the cartoon.
Yeah. Well, essentially, to me, what I look at like is he's a Samoan star football player. He's fucking Junior Seau, like right while he was going crazy before he killed himself.
Well, and what's funny is like considering that the dude who made this is an Australian Aborigine, it makes sense that everyone else in this movie is an Australian Aborigine, because that one dude what was his name Quark, the rock guy. He was totally an Australian.
He was I put a Scottishman.
A Scottish? I think that was the director's voice.
Was it?
Tataki Waikiki.
I don't know or fucking care. Anyways, Thor and Hulk were dope together.
Oh, yeah.
Hulk and, bro, remember we watched the cartoons of whatever, like the
Avengers.
They had like 3 seasons about Ultron, so your kids can go,
Marvel, Ultron toys.
Hulk and Thor, like Hulk was talking he was just always Hulk. Like there was no Bruce Banner because you're a fucking fag, right? And that shit was entertaining as fuck. And we always looked at each other like, bro, why can't the movies just be Hulk being a dumb fucking idiot with a giant cock ring? And they're like, how the fuck did you pierce Hulk's wiener? Like Thor's like, I'm the thunder god. I find a way.
He's like, I use it as a lightning rod. Yeah, that was gross. Hulk does show his cock to Thor.
By the way, I gave it an 8.8. That means it's top 3 in Marvel for me.
Yeah, it is my top 3 too.
It's almost unfair.
They're getting
right?
better.
Because like I said, 85% improv. It's essentially an improv comedy, right?
Yeah.
You have great actors doing improv comedy. You know?
I mean, some of them have
that
background.
They brought back Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Jeff Goldblum was like, yeah.
He's like,
The last thing I was famous for was Jurassic Park 2. He's like, I had a black daughter. Didn't even look right.
I haven't had this much fun since Jurassic Park. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
He's like, here, stick your palm out. You see the way my cum travels on your knuckle?
He's like,
that's the theory of life.
It's like, do you know, I'm the first one that ever found a cock out here.
I'm looking for the future ex-Jeff Goldblum.
He's like, I like this one.
And our kid will be black.
Let me get closer to this Aryan.
God. Yeah, and so, but some of that shit was funny. Like, Hulk was, not Hulk. Well, Hulk, was hilarious because he was fucking retarded. But, like I said, he was Junior Seau before he killed himself.
I'm pretty sure he fucked that black girl retarded.
Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's Thursday! Thursday!
He's like, what's up, little girl? Have you seen Big Green?
Oh, she's seen Big Green. She's hanging off the piercing.
That's what all that dust was.
Hulk has a cock ring.
Hulk's finishing move is he jerks off in your face. That's why they were all throwing that powder up into the sky. That's what it looks like when he does it.
Well, yeah, that's what, like, when Thor was trying to, like, calm him down by touching his palm, he forgot that the extra step that the camera doesn't show is fucking Scarlet. What the fuck is her name? Black Widow. I almost
said Red Panther.
Black Widow. She takes Hulk's hand and jerks him off with his own hand.
Yeah.
And it takes really quick because Hulk gets pissed midway, like, yo, this isn't pussy.
Then he starts going faster, nuts, and falls asleep into Bruce Banner.
But yeah, some of that shit was funny. Like, Thor was fucking hilarious. He can maintain this character for 15 years if he does it this way.
Well, yeah, dude.
If Thor's just sort of a smart hero, but he's also just retarded. Like, it's like a Pink Panther shit. It's like space Pink Panther.
He's smart in his lane.
Yeah.
And then once he's out of his, like, world, he's retarded.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it, which is weird.
Isn't it sort of... I feel like that dude, what the fuck is his name? I can't think of his name now.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah, whatever. You got Tom Hiddleston and Little Belittle. Malcolm in the Middleston.
Lil Yachty was cameoed for a second.
Fucking...
It's like, I'm a boat.
I feel like he's better, like, as a comedy role.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just his style of acting. Like, I've seen him in serious movies. Even that F1 where, like, I, like, fell asleep in the first 10 minutes of the movie, woke up, something crashed, and I was like, I hope it was Hemsworth. In real life. But I wouldn't like him as much as Paul.
Is that the movie where he, like, lights on fire and then can't race again?
Do you think if Paul Walker died the way he died in a car crash, but it was a part of a movie, that they would have kept it in the movie?
I don't think you can.
You don't have to show him actually dying.
No,
you just show him about the crash and then just...
I think that's exploitation.
But yeah, anyways, he was fucking hilarious in this movie. Like, even the part he's like, yeah, we're the Revengers, and he's like asking Hulk, he's like, you ready to take... You gonna take revenge? He's like, I'm undecided.
Yeah, he's like, I'm on the fence about it. He's like, I want revenge, you want revenge.
The only problem I have was it sort of feels bitten just because Guardians sort of felt like the same way.
Well, I think...
That it was just bullshit banter. It was a sitcom, essentially.
Yeah.
This one in particular just felt like a sitcom.
And it was like the stakes were exactly the same as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Except for this time it wasn't his dad, it was his sister. But it's just someone who wants to take over and has the power to do so. And he has to find a way to trick them into defeating them.
Yeah. Well, at least, unlike the first two, which are fucking garbage.
Oh, those are terrible and didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's not him whining or thirsting over fucking plain Jane and doing something he's never capable of, like, what he's potentially able to do because he's a douchebag on Earth. Which I don't even know if he, like, fucked the bitch, right?
Jane?
He's probably lighting up his hammer. He's like, yeah, I could do that to the tip of my penis. Maybe that's how she died. And Loki was like, I know how to clean it up.
Well, then when Odin's like, are you the god of hammers? He's like, well, Jane says so when I hammer that vagina.
Or talking to that pedophile scientist when he's like, here, look at my new microscope. It can track little boys' buttholes. I can spy on it 100 miles away.
He's like, oh, I like that.
Fuck. Loki's like, I know how to clean that up.
Don't worry about me, brother.
Why is he so fucking genderless and bisexual in this movie?
At least he doesn't trance around like a bisexual.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna fucking Johnny Depp trance around because apparently that's a new thing to do. Like, Bam Margera does it. Fucking.
Yeah, he does. What the fuck?
Oh God, I hate everyone. We're still talking about Jackass. That's how you could tell how old we are if we like make a Jackass reference.
Which is Jackass is one of those things that you thought was going to be around forever, and now no one knows what the fuck it is or cares about those people at all.
Right? But yeah, anyways, there's none of that bullshit romance. He doesn't have to fuck Natalie Portman, who's like, I feel like Natalie Portman's like 4'3". But
I think she is like really
I
fucking
think she's
short.
the actual size of a swan.
That's why she was the black swan.
But there's no romance, there's no bullshit. And at this point, Odin is just, like, giving up on his life. And it's like, he's giving up on his life, and they make Odin sound so good, but, like, we never see it. Because in the movie, he's just this dickhead to his sons. He's like one of those wise dudes that would know the answer, but he's like, son, you have to learn a lesson. That means you might die, like, 20 different times.
He's a dickhead who keeps getting knocked out or, like, dethroned. And
right?
Yet he's the most powerful Asgardian.
Because he's omniscient, omnipotent, impotent, fucking...
Seems like Heimdall should have his job then, because Heimdall's doing
saying.
work.
That's what I'm saying. Because, like, according to him, it's like, unless you lose an eye and panic attack yourself into a fucking Odin coma, you ain't struggling.
Well, yeah, because
in the first one, what does he do? He fucking... The first one, he what do you call it? What do you call it? What did he do to Thor? No, what did he do to Thor?
Oh, he takes his powers away.
No, but what did he do? Banishes him, right? Basically for calling him a little bitch. And he falls into a coma because Loki found out he's blue and in need of a guy.
And he couldn't handle that. He was like, I don't like that song. Started singing it, I had to pass the fuck out.
And in the second one, he loses his main bitch, you know?
And he loses it.
Yeah. And he was like, yo, I'm not getting that ass anymore. Fuck.
And then apparently...
he starts tripping out.
He's so weak that in an unexplained turn of events, Loki dethroned him and put him on Earth.
Yeah, he put a bisexual spell on him. He's like, I'll put him in a retirement home. I figured he can't... He's too fucking stupid to get past the hospice nurses. Fuck it.
He was like, dragging your dick across my nose was a good spell. Your mom would have been proud. I used to do it to her.
I think he just was gambling on the fact that if his powers got taken away, dementia would take over his brain. Dude, and it sort of worked.
It did work.
Because, and you find out in the third one, like, you know, Odin was dealing with all this guilt and shit.
Yeah, unknown guilt, apparently.
Because apparently he destroyed worlds with his daughter that he apparently touched too much and just kept in a cage. He's just a terrible father.
I honestly thought, because they say, like, oh, I trapped Hela because she was too powerful. I thought she was going to come out of his eye when he died. I really thought that's where he trapped her. Yeah. I was like, that'd have been sick.
He probably had kids with her. That's probably the missing link that have to fight Thanos.
That's
where fucking Odin's illegitimate children with fucking his own daughter.
That's where Scrump
That makes sense from Odin. That's how he lost the eye. He was raping his daughter, and she was like, let me pull out one of these swords from my fucking glow-in-the-dark reindeer suit.
So you want to know what a goth reindeer looks like?
But apparently, fucking Odin managed to get his way to Norway and do some DMT. And he's like, yeah, looking over the mountain. He's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should take over Earth. Maybe that's the next place for Asgard. Like, that's what I thought he was plotting.
He's like,
he's
wait.
A scumbag.
No, his dementia was like, have we been here already?
It's like, I've been dreaming about your mom's pussy, and it's awfully getting dusty out there in the sky.
He's like, so in commemoration of that, I'll become dust in the sky. Like, Odin willed himself to death.
Yeah. He just that's what he does. In the third one, he chooses to fucking die.
He's like, I'm gonna go.
He's like, by the way, there's a daughter that I kept in a cage. That number one, that should be suspect of me. Stop fucking worship. He was like basically telling Thor, "You're a better person than me. You don't know that? I was a drunk. I raped your daughter, your sister."
It's like, and I imprisoned her. She's my child.
He's like, the only reason, like, he is essentially like a president. Basically, one of our founding fathers. Yeah, they built a great country. Yeah, they built great laws, I guess. But they had slaves.
Yeah, at what cost?
And a human genocide
at what?
Of the fucking native people. So
Odin,
that is what Odin is. Odin. That is what Lamar Odin. Yeah, he's a fucking...
Passing out in clubs and shit. That's when Odin died. Odin fell down when he found out that Odin died.
You know what Odin should have done when he had his kid with Kardashian? He's like, you know what? No, we're not naming him some weird fucking carpet name. We're gonna call him Odin's son.
Odin's son.
So when I smoke crack with him when he's 19, I can be like, Odin's son. That was a nice hit. You want to eat some candy for protein?
You really take after your dad's crack smoking skills.
Yeah, but in this one he's like, yeah, by the way, and your sister that I raped, she also is like as powerful as Emotep and Sauron.
Put together.
So, and by the way, because I'm missing, like, you guys don't understand. I brought your mom from the crack halls of the Asgard's projects. And she my baby mama. I gotta get to him, man. So he chooses to die. So every time he's abandoned his sons.
And this time
every fucking time.
He straight abandons them and tells them he's going to do it because they're like, dude, we can fight her together. He's like, nah, dude, I'm just going to die and it's your problem now. Like, later, bitch. He's like, I found two good things in the project. Is your mom's pussy and Heimdall when he was selling drugs at Stringer Bell.
Well, yeah, because when Loki banished Heimdall, like, apparently, like, he got hired as a lookout for a weed grow in the forest.
He's like, Heimdall, where you been? He's like taking over
He obviously
towers.
was holding on what was golden, whatever his fucking Jurassic 5 look was there. His Cool Runnings Jurassic 5
He looked like the Jurassic Park character, actually.
But yeah, before yeah, whatever. So after that, before that happened, before the glow in the dark neon reindeer suit, Cate Blanchett shows up. They went through Doctor Strange, remember?
Oh yeah. He was like, "How can I be boring in this movie too?"
Yeah, because like I said, I mean, I like Loki was like, "Yo, I thought when Dad got a colostomy bag, it was over at the retirement home."
He's like, "I'm not a witch."
So Doctor Strange showed up and floated around like a cocksucker and did some riddle shit.
And even Thor is like, "Oh, wizards are as gay on Earth as they are on my planet."
I wonder. Yeah, he probably does. Doctor Strange is like, I just need to make this L sound, wave around my hands, and we're gonna be in rotations of time.
Right.
Those whole times I'm gonna diddle you.
He's like, "It's a flick of the wrist, really."
Stop touching those dildos. That's what these big gloves are for.
Right. Doctor Strange is like over their shit too. He's like, "Get off of Earth, you cocksuckers."
Right?
I'm the only
He's
gay
like,
wizard
it's
here.
Doctor Strange. I teach at a JC. All right. The Mexican kids think I wear these gloves because I blew up my hands from fireworks.
He's like, "Actually, I just teach a pottery class." Like, oven is hot.
I just put them in rotations of time as they stare at a tortilla on a stove. Something they're used to.
That's how I support all this
Strange.
magic shit.
You know how hard it is to jerk off with these gloves? I have to rotation in time because my fucking skin shapes off. We actually forgot a part. My bad. We actually forgot a part.
Huh.
The part when Thor goes to Asgard and finds out Loki's...
Loki, yeah.
Like, I like how Loki tried to make his world, like, as bisexual as it can get.
All right,
You know,
and then he's
He's
like...
ignoring his duties, like fighting the Eternal Flamers. Because all those demons were gay.
He's like, "The butt pirates of the 8th realm need you to stop them." He's like,
I
"I
know.
can't. The TV's
It's like they're
on."
creating hubs fires in our planets. And it's just gay plays of him worshiping himself, like transforming into a genderless human being.
He's like, what is this play called?" He's like, "How Loki Got AIDS."
It's starring Matt Damon.
Yeah, a cameo of the century, right?
We had to pay him in gold.
I wonder if Matt Damon died in the fire of the.
And they had the Jurassic Park guy as Odin, who's probably
right.
a better father in that world than Odin is. But, like, so Loki and fucking Thor show up to Norway looking at Odin jerking a shriveled penis off into the shores. And, like, Odin... when Loki and... hold on. When Loki and Thor see Odin, he's like, "You don't need more than one eye to see that Loki's a fag." But Thor, I'd at least think you'd have some dependable pussy by now.
He's like,
"You're a fucking god, my son."
He's like, "I know the last girl you were with was basically a little boy, but I'll accept it as a girl."
So he's like, "Do you know how good your mom's ass smelled?"
It's like milk and honey.
That's actually how I lost my eye. Permanent pink eye. I was always eating her ass. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then that's basically when he left, because he was like, "Yo, I need to smell that ass. I'm going to turn myself into Doctor Strange dust."
And to
Do
never...
you think Doctor Strange, like, plays pranks like that? Or he just farts out his sparks at somebody or some shit?
I would. Just make
He's like, "Look what my cape can do." He just takes a shit on his cape and they deliver it and throw it at Thor or some shit.
He just makes a portal right above their mouth and then farts in their face. He's like, "Ah."
That would be the fucking funniest thing. Or he just starts jerking off Robert Downey Jr. through the circle.
He's like, "You've just been avenged. I'm an Avenger now."
Oh God. Yeah, and then that's when Odin's like, "Yeah, dude. So yeah, he's like, "Yeah, your molested sister, my chosen one. We murder societies together so we can be rich. Woohoo, big shit. I'm gonna die now." By the way, she can, like, create swords out of the toxicity in her snatch. I don't know what that is.
That was actually what System of a Down was writing about.
And there's something about an eternal flame or Ragnarok. Figure it out. All right.
Later.
Fucking asshole.
Right? And then, like, immediately the bitch shows up.
She's like, I'm way too good of an actor for this, but...
Let's take a ride down the 70s or the 80s real quick. That's where this movie's going.
She shows up, do you know? Odin used to touch me to your mother.
Oh.
And then they fight up the Rainbow Road, and they're hit by Tyrese's face, the bullet, and some red shells, and woo, bing, bing, bing. I got like 25 coins on it. And like, Thor sees Tyrese, and he's like, I'll pay you child support. Stop crowding my feed.
He's like, just stop crying.
You broke, black man.
Maybe you and Heimdall would get along.
I can see inside of him, and I can see outside of him. It's our new thing together. You can get that high now. And they fall down the butthole, which is what Dubai looked before they tricked Indians into slavery.
It's just a bunch of trash coming out of the sky.
This is actually what Dubai should look like. Because Dubai, you should fucking burn in hell.
Yeah, you fucking slave labor city.
And then this is, to me, when it really becomes Return of the Jedi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because now he has to fight pig people.
Well, no. Yeah, exactly. He encounters indigent people.
They capture
He's like,
him.
Space jungle folk. I'm a god. I love that he still does this shit.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
He still pretends to be a god even though he knows no one knows who. Well, I guess not, because think about it.
Somebody did know. I mean, that black chick knew. She's just like, I'm fucking hammered and I need some money. Nice.
That's true, but also because, like, if you think about it, every other place he's been, which I guess is just Earth and fucking Asgard, he is a god.
Yeah.
So he goes to another place, he tries to tell him that, and they're like, dude, you're a slave now.
And this is how Disney gets away with racism. They're like, look, if it's in space, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's a white guy who's a slave.
Well, because it's like, not only were these indigent folks, they just assumed if you're not going to fight for our entertainment, we're going to eat you. I think that's 80% of third world countries. Thinks about everyone in that fashion.
He's like, are you food or a homo? Food it is.
And he gets saved by the Black Luscious. Apparently, she's like creating some Transformer shit as well. Her fucking ship was her. That was dope.
She was a cool character.
Oh, yeah. No, she was dope. She kept it real as fuck.
Yeah.
And she got my dick hard, and I know she did Thor's. She's like, I wonder if she twerks like those whores in the little rapper videos.
They're all little to me.
And then that's when Thor goes through the Zoolander scene, right?
Yeah.
Where he screams like a bitch, and he realizes he's in Sakaar. And what better fucking Turkish-looking Jew than Jeff Goldblum to be the Sultan? He's just like a Sultan.
It's like, hi, you don't even know what I am.
He's just doing Jewish old weird man shit. And what I mean by that is immediately as he meets him, he just starts DJing.
Yeah, he just starts playing the piano at one point. And he melts a guy.
And he had like the Matilda Dean as his assistant. He's like, what do I always say about 1429? He's like, she's a black whore.
It's like, exactly,
like, yes,
but a good black whore.
A good one. That makes me money.
She always brings me the best dick.
He was an odd dictator. He was hilarious. He was a great add to the movie. How the fuck does Marvel do this?
I don't know. They keep getting the weirdest actors.
Is at one point in this movie is Sylvester Stallone and him going to talk?
Yes, I hope so.
He's like, where's Anita? I gotta beat him. He's like, well, Anita was with me. He's Future X Goldblum.
Let me think.
With his fucking Hasidic Jew sports dome that he's like a projection of himself. He's like, yeah, let's all be Jewish together.
And just random vocalization like,
I'll show you how to survive inactivity for years.
Am I ever, like, relevant?
And apparently you can't get out of the devil's butthole, which is what it's actually fucking called.
Yeah, they call
this is why this movie's hilarious.
The devil's anus. The portal they need to go through is the devil's anus.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How did they get away with this?
That's where he meets the fucking rockish Scottish fucking...
Yeah.
The Scottishman.
It's like, hey, man.
I tried to lead a revolt under the name William Wallace. The pamphlets didn't print out. Only me mom and her boyfriend came, and we're Scottish.
It's like
so you know her boyfriend beat my mom, so I didn't like him.
Your hammer pulled you off? It's like, no, it didn't jerk me off. It just flew.
So it jerked you off and flew? It flew you into jerking off?
Sounds like you had sex with that hammer.
Oh, God. Yeah, and apparently, meanwhile, Loki was, like, putting on his powdered makeup and fucking doing some sexual favors for Jeffy.
Jeff Goldblum.
And he wouldn't acknowledge Thor, right? And that's when, like, Thor's waiting in the prison to fight the Almighty, whoever the fuck their champion is. Ooh, spoilers.
Who could it be?
Is
it something incredible?
That's when Thor, like, tells Loki, he's like, yo, all this shit is your fucking fault. Like, I know Dad is fucking retarded in the first place.
But you might be more retarded.
You know? And then that's when he fights Hulk.
Which was a great scene. I fucking love that scene, dude.
Yeah, it's not even worth talking about. It was just dope.
I know,
Hulk's a fucking dick.
That's a scene I can't describe to you. You just have to watch it.
Hulk is such a dick. He chose trying to whoop Thor's ass. Thor's ass over their friendship, essentially. Because he was like, yo, the crowd's like getting bored. I got to whoop his ass.
Really, he even says it. He's like, yeah, I'm not Banner, bro. Like, Banner's your friend. I'm the fucking Hulk. I'll whoop your ass. And he does.
Right? And then he, like I said, he forgot that Black Widow puts his giant hand on her pussy to fucking rub him to sleep. That's what actually happens, and Thor gets his fucking ass whooped.
Yeah, until he.
But then he doesn't. What happens there? Yeah, what do you think happened?
No, he had a Thorgasm, and then Jeff Goldblum got sort of heated because he was about to whip up on the Hulk and stick that Thor dick up in the Hulk. He's like, nope, and he zaps his ass. But what I really don't get is how does the taser work on Thor?
No, I meant as far as when Hulk was about to do the mollywop of the century.
Yeah, Thor got beat the fuck up. And at that point, if you know the Hulk's coming down on you, why'd you even put your hand up, bro?
I don't know.
Like, just take the hit. Well, do you think that stopped any of it?
Or at least attempted to put Hulk's hand to cup your balls or something.
Yeah.
Pray that was going to work.
Make it into like an open palm so you could jerk you off.
Meanwhile, Cate Blanchett has to do her CGI fucking fest of the century.
Right,
and destroy the Asgardian army. And because the last Hun from Anaheim is who everyone had to listen to. He's like, in another movie I'd be able to rape you.
This is not Japan.
And she murdered all of those motherfuckers.
She kills all of them, and then she wants to round up the rest of the motherfuckers. Because she's just like, anyone who doesn't want to come along, I'll just kill them.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Alba's banished and the only one protecting Asgard, essentially, because when fucking Loki was trying to spread his fruitiness across the planet, he banished him. He's like, no one could trust that dark of a person who's British.
And Idris Alba's like, man, I'm just out here saving people, taking them to the fucking mines of Moria. The hobbits
He's like,
don't
I'm
seem
just
to
trying
care.
to collect the Asgardian bobsled team.
He's like,
we lose every year.
Don't you know I have the dreads?
So I keep an egg in this vest. If it breaks, we die. Thor can see inside of this egg.
Then that drunk white man will molest us again if we don't win this bobsled race.
Because after she murders people, she's like, yo, let's go to the Rainbow Road. I'll do my Emotep fucking... Oh, wait, does she do this yet? Yeah.
Yeah.
She first shows in fucking... What are these called? Tapestry? Is it a tapestry?
No, this was
what
like
is that?
I don't know what you would call, I guess just a mural.
Yeah, some gay mural. And that's how she showed, because essentially all Cate Blanchett was just a diarrhea of exposition. Just everything about her was fucking whack to me.
It was sort of a weak villain, but at least it wasn't
everything
too
with Thor
retarded.
action adventure movies probably like a 9.8. I say that because just like every other Marvel movies, I think is like the joke now. It's just every villain is over the top, generic, and fucking retarded.
Well, it's like they're trying to humanize the heroes more, but make the villains more comic booky.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How do you go in that two direction in one movie?
Especially with Cate Blanchett, you just made her like a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And I guess she really is. So that's when Heimlich stole the sword, and he's like, no one can play Mario Kart on my watch.
No Rainbow Road for you.
Fucking Rainbow Road. He's like, here, Thor, you ready to do that trick I taught you as a kid? Look inside of me and outside of me. I'm Idris.
He's like, what's going on, Heimdall? He's like,
I didn't make any child soldiers out of these motherfuckers.
He's like, I was just jerking off. And you looked at me.
Either way, fucking Luther saved the day.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, either way you look at it, he saved the fucking day.
He was investigating what Hela was doing. And he was like, I know what to do.
Well, because fucking, what is her goddamn name? Helen Heller?
Yeah, Helen Keller.
That's really why her dad kept her in a cage. He's
Heller.
like, you mute bitch. He's like, I learned to talk in a cage. You know what that's like.
Doesn't take one eye to see that you're blind to Loki's gayness.
He's like, but she's like, everything I ever looked into was one-eyed. If you know what I mean? And it was Odin's.
Bend over and look into my one brown.
And she's taking who's the guy? The Judge Dredd, and he was in Lord of the Rings. He's always like, oh, I look like this and I talk like this.
He has the
I can arch my eyebrows in and look more serious.
He's like, I have a textured tattoo on my head. His name's Scourge, actually.
He was an actual Aryan race Asgardian.
Yeah,
like,
he was. With a contest.
Because he's like, I went to Texas and hung with my brothers and I got some M16s.
Look at this hood I got. It's pointy and white. It's cool.
And so he got excited for this part because she's like showing him how her dad is George Washington, essentially. She's like, yeah, he genocided all these red people and kept slaves and underage sex slaves. So
in Texas, they don't like red people.
And that's what I was his sex slave.
Why do you think I have this weird helmet?
And she gets her big woof and has her fucking the Lord of the Rings Imhotep moment, right? And that's when she turns them all into fucking the worst thing in the movie.
Zombies?
It's just this dead, stupid fucking army.
There's zombies.
It was retarded.
It's a zombie movie.
It was fucking retarded.
They made it a fucking zombie movie.
Meanwhile, Thor fucking... him and the Hulk have their retarded, idiotic conversation, which is Thor just being like, "Oh God, you fucking idiot!" Like
he's like, "Hulk, when can I call you brother?"
And he finally sees Hulk's cock ring.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm Junior Seau. I can't think at this age.
He's like,
you know who Junior Seau is, right?
Yeah, he's the fucking the flying Hawaiian who killed himself in football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad but funny.
He was an Islander or something.
One,
yeah.
His name's Seau.
Seau. Junior Seau. They named him Junior.
Yeah, that's how you know he's an American Islander. I don't know why I say Islander.
Islander.
I'm the one last Islander. Junior Seau. That's why I have to kill myself.
The only head left to cut off is my own.
But he is Junior Seau because he even has the same haircut.
Yeah, he does.
He literally has Junior Seau's haircut. And Hulk sees his, like, as he steps out of the hot tub, he sees Hulk's cock ring, and he's like, oh my God.
He's like, I thought
that's
my
such
hammer.
a big hole.
Yeah.
And Hulk's like, Hulk had a little bit of poop outside of his crack or some shit.
It was green poop?
And that's when the black chick, like, rolls in, and Thor's like, wait, I think maybe this black bitch could be useful. Wasn't she one of those lesbians that used to fight for my country?
She's like, all right, but it'll take you can explain it to me, but only in the amount of time it takes me to blow the Hulk. And she guzzled
because that's what happens initially. Like when they watch, like they're playing some weird game that only Hulk probably enjoys, or maybe she enjoys it. She's like, I'm so fucking hammered. Do you know what it feels like?
Because I don't.
Because most girls, because I've watched online shit like this. Like I saw this one thing. Does G4 still exist?
I don't know.
I just want to know if
the
it does.
gaming network?
Yeah.
No,
it doesn't exist.
Down, yeah.
It was on G4. They were interviewing like some porn star. Right? She was like some Asian chick. She was ridiculously hot. She was like, yeah, I don't like more than 4 inches. Like, I'm good off of it. So,
Well, she wanted the whole 15 from the Hulk.
Hulk ain't no 15.
He's like a 30.
Hulk's swanging. Although, considering the fact he wears hella tight purple pants, we never see a bulge. Maybe the roids. Maybe Banner was taking roids, and that's what brought out the Hulk. Like, maybe he created a new steroid where it didn't affect him, like, in a human way.
Oh, shit.
Banner's like, I'm tired of being a pipsqueak faggot.
You should sell that to the NFL, because I'm sure they'd love to get a bunch of green people that don't get concussions.
Or they can use fucking Cate Blanchett's fucking reindeer antler spray.
As new helmets.
Because that's what these guys get in trouble for now, is, like, fucking deer antler spray. Supposedly makes you more greasy.
What?
Yeah, doesn't really do anything for your performance. You're just more greasy.
So the Italians wear it.
Tony Kukoc wore it.
Tony Kukoc. He's like, how you think I get the ball into the basket?
Do you think my polo buttons are low enough to see the sweat on my hairs?
Is my tuft correctly out of my shirt? Come on.
But yeah, Thor's like, because initially he's like, yo, let me talk to you, bitch. Like, what the fuck? I've been seeing you this whole movie. I don't even know the point of you being in here. Right. She's like, all right, tell me what you want to tell me. Just know that I'm fucking hammered. I'm going to get more hammered. So tell me before I finish this drink. And you can see Thor is just like sort of looking at her like, oh my God, I can imagine the trains that were ran on you in Asgardian college till you fought for those fucking lesbians.
The Valkyries are like the volleyball team of Asgard.
With their whores.
With their whores.
Well, most volleyball teams are whores in college.
Yeah. They like
most of them are just too tall.
Yeah, and they just
like, hey, I'll take dick as we get it. Like, when you have sex with me, it's like having sex with a whole buffet. But
it's like if you ever wanted to climb Everest, because that's what sex with me is like. You're gonna lose oxygen at the top.
Yeah, and that's when Thor's like, look, I'm trying to get out of that poop hanging out of his ass image out of my head. So he didn't actually do this. He didn't throw the ball thinking he was going to break the window. He just wanted to knock himself out because he could forget Hulk's cock ring. He's like, I'm going to fuck this drunk bitch later. Let's not have a love story. Fuck Prezi Plain Jane.
Right? He's like, and watch, I can fly too. Wait, I don't have a hammer. He jumps out the fucking window.
Because Hulk's stupid ass is like, ooh, me fall from plane. Jerk off.
He's like, wait.
Then he had that weird ass scene with Thor, and he was like talking about Hulk like fire. He's like, well, I mean, I like fire too, you fucking queer.
He's like, but Hulk likes flaming gay fire.
He's like, we have plenty of those demons in our world.
In Asgard, plenty of gays.
That's what there are plenty of gays. There people are weak.
Yeah, they are.
They're snitches. They're weak. They don't know what to do, and like.
Only 4 of them are powerful.
Yeah. Fucking, and one of them's a black guy that no one else is black.
Yeah,
so you're wondering where Heimdall ever came. He did like migrate to Asgard.
Well, they literally say they're one.
He went on a fucking student visa to Asgard.
He's
like, I heard the whores were good in college. That Valkyrie, they sucked a mean dick.
Well, their one Asian cat that they have they literally say is from a different planet.
Yeah, he's from Anaheim.
Yeah.
He's like, I own a Korean liquor store in Anaheim.
Right next to the laundry.
Yeah, and that's when Thor gets away, and he's getting his dick hard to Johansson. He's like, I haven't seen an actual woman in the world.
That's when Banner takes over. He's like, I'm trying to get my dick
Banner's
hard.
Like, French gay! Even though the whole time when Thor's like, yo, let's like build this team, bro. Like, you'd be like the star player. Hulk's like, me, bitch, I'm winning out here.
He's like, no.
I'm living life. I'm fucking drunk black bitches. I never even thought I could have sex with Hulk.
He's like, I don't even know if I can age out here. Apparently you can't.
And then he gets his dick hard to Johansson's overbite.
Yeah.
And he fucking wakes up in the Banner, has his opposite orgasm, whatever that is. It's like I never came as Banner.
It's when the cum goes back into you. That's what happened.
Junior Seau can't die.
Then Banner
make himself miss the bullet.
Banner realizes he's been the Hulk for 2 years. He's like, I haven't gotten pussy in 2 years.
He's like, wait, OJ's still in jail, right?
That was
wait, he isn't? God damn it.
That was his real panic attack. He was like, OJ's going to come get me. I said some shit about him on Twitter.
So they go through the Hulk's tribal parade, which is just like pictures on sticks of his cock ring. This is some Return of the Jedi shit, bro.
Yeah, it is.
This is retarded. It's fucking retarded. I don't even understand Sakaar. Is Sakaar like that European Las Vegas country?
Seems like it, yeah. It's like Turkey. There's just always some parade going on. People with fucking giant heads marching around.
And Jeff Goldblum does look like Turkey.
He does look like a turkey. And a Turkish turkey.
Yeah.
He's a Turkish turkey.
And that's when you see Thor being like, yo, like, I don't really like you, Banner. What's good with Hulk? Like, I need to fight off people, bro. He's like, dude, in battle, like, I'm stronger. I got, like, PhDs in macking bitches, bro.
He's like, unfortunately, brother, we don't need to mack bitches this time.
And I never liked you or that whore you love.
How's Romanov? Is she dead yet?
She tried to finger my ass in front of Stark, and we almost had a threesome with Captain America. Where were you, Banner? You were not invited.
He wasn't thinking about Peggy, so it didn't happen.
And then that's when the black chick was keeping Loki hostage. She's like, look, until I figure out if you have a penis or a fucking vagina, I'm keeping you here.
He's like, I have neither. The leprosy hate him.
Every time I grew one, I iced it off. I've been blue.
That's when they come up with their Ocean's 11 plot. Yeah. But in this one, I like how they didn't even bother to make a plot for it. They're just like, what are we going to do? Steal a ship. All right.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, we'll fly out that devil's butthole. This isn't stupid enough.
He's like,
we made that up.
It's a devil's butthole.
That's just as one of them said when they saw the storyboard. They're like, that looks like a butthole. Let's call it that. Yeah, Thor.
No,
it's all made up anyways.
The director was like, to the Aborigines.
Wait, did he get his haircut yet? Did Thor get his haircut? Did we talk about that?
Way at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, Stan Lee with his fucking... He's like, hey, this... Actually, my hand is meant for your ass hairs.
He's like,
I'm gonna do your head with my scissors.
The arthritis makes it hard for me to finger young boys like I used to.
How old is he?
94 or something.
Oh,
He's
God.
old as fuck.
So the thing on his hand is probably what he uses for his kidneys.
That's probably real attachment. He probably lost his hand years ago.
It just rotted off. He's the Mr. Burns of fucking Marvel.
Exactly.
But to be honest, so okay, yeah. That's when Loki. That's when Loki's like, yeah, I stole that Jew's codes for his getaway ships.
He's like,
it was actually just, it says Lost World is the best movie ever. That's all you have to type in.
He just, the other password is remember when I was young. People cared.
And that's when he leads him to the ships. And of course, Thor being the fucking idiot that he is, he's like, I'm probably going to get tricked again. He's like, Loki, as a child, it was funny when you made yourself a snake and you hid in my ass and then turned yourself back into Loki.
And then it was your penis. It was hilarious.
I'm not falling for it this time, Loki.
I've already seen your blue dick enough. I always wondered why your foreskin was blue.
Well, and what was weird is, like, you understand why Loki's such a prick to them. They probably bullied the fuck. Like, Odin probably made Loki watch him eat his wife's ass out and fucking called him a faggot during it. And then and then smacked the shit out of him if he liked it.
I could see that. And if you look at it based on the first movie, like, and then how he treats him in every other fucking movie, Loki is just his bitch.
Yeah. He's like, hey, do you want to play Get Help or, like, Get Help? Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm Thor.
He's like, I'm
not gay.
He's like, brother, I don't like when you stick your fingers in me like a bowling ball and throw me. It was nice when I had a vagina. I have a blue dick now. Oh, my brother's on his period. It's all over my hands. That would have been a way better scene.
Oh, shit. That was funny. And then, yeah, that's when you see the Scottish Rock show up. He's like, hey, Loki. Oh, wait, no, they get away. Excuse me. They get away and they fly up the butthole. Woohoo, we don't care about that scene.
Oh, well,
it's
except
just Bruce
for
Banner being a fucking idiot.
Except for fucking the Collector fucking making himself a giant project. Hey, guys, the champion, he's gone. Who am I going to name now?
Why are you leaving? There's no T-Rex chasing you.
Yeah, Lord of War has, or Thunder, or whatever, Spark Hands, stole my champion. And my ship. Get him.
And apparently Heimdall was high as fuck because... Well, no, the Scottish Rocks, now the Scottish Rocks go get Loki.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, hey, where would your gender-confused ass like to go? We're all guys. Don't you see what we have to do?
It looks like you desperately need a man with a vagina to run train on.
Oh, God.
I'm rock hard already.
Yeah, but apparently Heimdall did smoke some fucking... The shit he was patrolling for, he must have smoked, because this motherfucker led them back into Mordor, essentially. He's like, hey, you see these giant fucking doors? They're embroidered. She'll never find us here.
Even though it was invented when she was alive.
Right? And as she's threatening to kill people with her executioners, she's like, yeah, I got these from Texas. Let me kill the Asian. That's the only guy I've wanted to kill. He's below me.
And he'll blow me.
She's about to clap people. And, like, before they go and do all this shit, because she's looking for the sword, because she just wants to destroy... She's literally trying to destroy the universe.
Yeah.
She was... There's still some red people out there in different planets. She's like, no, they're gone.
No more reds.
Yeah. He's like, I've gotten rid of the reservations. I've stopped giving them subsidies. Anyways.
Now we only mail them block cheese and liquor. Hope they get gout.
They've lived off it for like 26 years somehow.
He's like, I heard Earth still has them. That's where I'm going next.
They can't ride anywhere because they've eaten their horses raw. That's what they do. And next will be their own people. That's why we never see their bones.
Gross.
Yeah, before she goes, she's like, yo, the Tesseract is phony. I don't know why those fags on Earth keep fighting about it. This eternal flame thing makes big homo demons, and he swings his cock around and makes a hubs fire and destroys everything.
He just grabs his dick and swings it around like a lasso. That's how he took down the buildings.
Yeah, so she's like threatening to kill the Asgardians one by one until she finds out where that fucking Bahamian is.
And guess what? One of them snitches.
He's like, hold on!
Hold on.
I'm not protecting a black man.
My hair is too pretty to be cut off by a bald man.
Yeah, and then that's when Thor and Banner show up. And Thor just winds up on her throne.
Yeah, he just calls out for being a bitch, too. He's like, yeah, it would be nice if we had a new leader, but not you, bitch.
That's what I sort of liked about this one. It wasn't like, hella like, oh, she's a girl and can do powerful things. It's like, she's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She's hella powerful, and we can't stop her, so let's just do and that's the thing about Marvel now. As we'll see in the end, they're not trying to just out-brute or out-force each other to win. It's not just like a hero being like, I have to think stronger and I'll be better.
It's not Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. I mean, Spider-Man was sort of like that.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's like, think, and I can lift this piece of concrete off of me.
Yes.
This is important in the Marvel world.
Watch my goggles focus real quick, and I'll lift it up.
Hey, my aunt's hot. Don't you get it? We're going to say like 38 jokes and like make some weird Vietnamese raping fucking subliminal things.
Tony Stark's going to be my dad. He's going to marry my aunt.
He let me design his next jigsaw he puts on his fucking face.
Oh, shit. Not to be tangential.
And my friend's a fat Filipino. Isn't it cool?
Speaking of Tony Stark, it's Tony Stark. Tony Stark is a father figure. They're bringing the little boy from Iron Man 3 back to Infinity Wars.
Really?
Yeah, Iron Boy.
I don't know about that.
He's going to be so...
I want to have Thor be like, your dad is worse than mine.
At least my dad disappeared. I didn't have to put up with his shit.
And that's when Banner's like talking to Black Jack. He's like, you want to know who I am? Hulk's not the only one with a cock ring.
I had to buy a special one that inflates.
Yeah, he jumps on the Rainbow Road and he just fucking mollywops himself. That was hilarious. I knew that. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. It was just set up that way. Like, dude, at what point, how is this movie not Marvel fucking Monty Python?
Right? Because that's what I thought
Like,
about
just
fucking...
parodies.
That's what I thought about Guardians of the Galaxy. This is worse.
Yeah. This is actual Monty Python because they're playing off of how stupid one another is.
Well, they're not only that,
Like, not even just stupid meaning like they're unintelligent, just how stupid their character is.
Yeah, and they're
Because
all
Loki's stupid.
They're all showing the dumb ends of the continuing jokes, like him jumping out of shit and being the Hulk, or fucking Thor and Loki's relationship. They're all just showing the funny, dumb parts of it.
Yeah.
So it is just a parody of what they've set up throughout the entire series.
Well, I honestly felt like when the fucking neon glow-in-the-dark reindeer suit was giving fucking Hulk the business, not Hulk, Thor the business, sorry. And she hit out his fucking eye. She's about to clap this motherfucker. And then every time he's about to get clapped, he has this gladiator scene of him and his dad. He's like, that fucking eye.
That's what I wrote in my fucking notes, is that it was a complete gladiator scene.
And it was funny because when he got his eye knocked out, I laughed at this both times we watched the movie. Odin's like, even when you had two eyes, you could only see half the picture. So that's why every time you walked in on me and your mom, you only saw me.
You liked my jiggly ass, didn't you?
And you wondered why Loki was behind me. Speaking of Loki, he shows up. He's like, I love Eiffel 65.
Yeah, he's like, your
I've accepted
savior.
it. It was my favorite as a boy.
Your savior has arrived. Yes.
And then Thor does some actual comic book Jet Li, the one shit, and turns into Raiden, and he fucking starts doing this crazy ass lightning thing where he just fucks everybody up, which I'm cool with.
Yeah, that shit was sick.
That's cool to me.
He was
like, I wasn't that mad about it. You're talking to a motherfucker that liked Mortal Kombat.
He yeah, right? I love Mortal Kombat and the fucking chapped lips of Raiden, but this fool did the full complete Thor spin too. That was even. He did the Raiden move.
Yeah.
He did the fucking Raiden.
And Thor thought for once because, apparently they did. I think what him and Loki figured out is that, like, dude, yeah, our dad's a fucking scumbag. He couldn't have just told us we needed that eternal flamer to create that big homo demon and it would destroy everything in her.
No, he
couldn't have just told us that.
He had to speak in riddles and through the afterlife.
Like, Jesus. And he's like, by the way, Heimlich knew fucking what it was, too. Heimlich was like, it's about the people. Although our people are fucking retarded and they're weak as fuck and they're snitches.
He's like,
it's about the people.
He's like, no, I knew that. He's like, I saw it. He's like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, and then Thor, after, he's like, hey, Loki, you want one more game of Get Help? It would soothe me right now.
He's like, spread your vagina open wide.
And then it's funny because as soon as they make Thor king, they're like, yo, Thor, where do you want to go? King? Person that makes decisions for a society? He's like, I don't know. What about that dying cockroach over there?
Where do you want to go?
Where do you want to go? And
the Raw guy's like, oh, he's dead. I stepped on him on the bridge. Felt bad. I've been carrying him around.
I figured if not, I could fuck him later.
Oh, he's alive. It's okay, guys. He's alive.
I'll still fuck him, though.
I'll fuck him. It's perishable rock.
And then Thor's like, all right, I guess we'll go to Earth and get Loki's surgery, and I'll tell Jane how much of a cunt she's being.
He's like, I guess we'll bother Earth some more.
So at the end of the day, if Chris Benoit and Karl Malone had a two gay dad relationship, they'd still be a better job than Odin.
Yeah.
As a father.
That was terrible.
Because one of his sons is a complete fucking idiot. The other one's an adopted genderless blue bisexual who hides himself with fucking gothic makeup. That's Loki.
Dildos on his head.
And his first daughter, who he kept as a sex slave when his baby mama wasn't giving him any, helped him commit genocide to other planets.
Yeah, and that was...
Odin is a scumbag.
That was his pride. He loved genocide so much, he made a fucking mural of it in his ceiling.
But that's what he is. He's like every other old... I mean, I don't know if you've had an old white man as a grandpa, as I have.
Yeah.
And they cover up their scumbaggery of their earlier years by trying to be a good man when they're older.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how bad or shitty he fucking was, because they want to pretend now they have morals. Because Doctor Strange was like, look, if you don't fix your morals, I'm going to put you in loops of time while I give you reach arounds.
Like, oh, not again,
with
Dr.
these
Strange.
gloves. Do you know what it feels like?
Dude, that was funny, too. He's like, Doctor Strange tells him to leave, and then Thor's like, I guess we'll just go back and bother Earth. Fuck it.
I know, I tell you, he just wanted to go see Jane so he could tell her how much of a cunt she's being.
He's like, I'm a king now, bitch.
I hated Black
Who
Swan.
are you? You're still a fucking geologist.
So yeah, that's the fucking movie. I thought it was dope. It's unfair. I gave it an 8.8.
8.8, I gave it 8.7.
It's unfair. Marvel's at a level now where they can do shit like this. And it'll be more entertaining. Because let's get real. Before, like, Disney took over it, the other ones fucking suck.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude, they're gonna get the Expendables eventually. Eventually, it will just be a movie of Sylvester Stallone,
Jeff Goldblum,
Benicio del Toro. Fucking, they will get Bruce Willis. I swear to God, they will. And somehow Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Have you watched that movie? This is completely off topic, but have you watched that Indian's newest creation, M. Night Shyamalan?
Oh. No, what is it?
It's called Split or whatever,
okay.
Right? Now, did you watch the old movie that he did called Unbreakable, where it's about the dude discovering he's a superhero?
Yes.
And Samuel L. Jackson just dressed like a fucking... That ending of that movie is so retarded.
I don't remember the ending.
Samuel Jackson was trying to make him a superhero this whole time.
Yeah.
He's like, out of all the sacrifices, I've broken 197,000 bones and I'm still alive. And he talked like that. He was doing all of these, like, mass terrorist things.
Oh, shit.
To him. Because he was trying to discover a superhero.
Oh, shit. That's his retarded.
And in Split, Bruce Willis, who is the superhero in Unbreakable, was at the end of Split.
Oh, God.
So if M. Night Shyamalan tries to create a fucking cinematic universe, I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot him in the face.
Wait, so was Bruce Willis, is that after fucking The Sixth Sense? After he...
It's before all of his external body parts started, like, swelling into his skin.
No, but I... Oh, shit.
Like, Bruce Willis is actually starting to look like a dick.
He's becoming a thumb. Yeah. It is gross.
Like, if you saw him skateboarding, you could market that for Tech Deck.
Well, now that... he is bald and somewhat beige, so you can expect to see him in the next Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, he'll be... But yeah, if you're on iTunes right now, hit that subscribe button. Treat it like Odin did Loki.
Just beat it.
Or his daughter. So, I don't know... Oh, we're going to do Justice League next? That is if we don't die.
Yeah.
We're still planning whether or not we should, kill each other on the World Wide Web.
When's Justice League come out?
We might create an Instagram just to make one live video, and that's of us dueling each other. We're going to duel with Antique 36s.
Yeah.
Whoever gets hit dies, and the other person will continue on the show.
Yeah, we'll dip the bullets.
How great is that? Come on, guys. That's sacrifice. That's... If you don't pay for that.
It's given. And we're giving it.
yeah, Facebook and Twitter to follow us there. So we put all our release schedules and when it's gonna come out and all that bullshit. We also post our episodes there, so we can spam you. That and look, like I said, look out for Justice League. We're probably gonna do Justice League and then the whole DC series.
Which is what, like 3 movies now?
That's at 5.
How is it at 5?
Justice League it'll be 5. Superman, Bat versus S, Suicide Squad, which I wish it to me and you when we watched it.
Oh, and, yeah.
And Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. Here's how I feel about Wonder Woman, and I watched it. I'm not going to say much about it. All I'm going to say is, guys and girls included, only like that movie because that bitch is fucking hot.
Yeah.
It's the only fucking reason why.
She's not even like...
Doesn't matter how shitty the movie was, how molestial the bad guy looks.
Celestial.
But, yeah, so look out for that and fucking follow us and subscribe everywhere, bitch.
Yeah.
That's my order of opinion.